Hello everyone, my name is Syed Zaib Shah and I am an immigration lawyer at GSN Immigration. In today's video, I'm going to talk about passport office interviews. A lot of people, they apply for their first British passport and they are asked to attend an interview either in person or a virtual interview by the passport office. Well, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like and share this video with any friends and family who may find it useful. Thank you. Now, going back to the topic, there are so many people who naturalize as a British citizen once they have acquired naturalization. Once you do have naturalization, the next step always is to apply for your first British passport. And passport office at random, or maybe they have some formula behind it, select certain people for interview, and not everyone is selected. If you are one of those lucky ones who are selected for an interview by the passport office, well, watch this video to get very useful information about how and what to prepare for or what to expect at your interview with the passport office for your first British passport. First of all, the passport office can ask you to confirm your identity. The interviewer, the caseworker from the passport office, will want to clarify whether you are who you say you are by confirming your name, asking you to spell your name, asking for your date of birth, place of birth, country of nationality before you became British. They could even ask you, when did you first came to the UK, which visa route did you use to obtain British nationality, etc. Make sure you're up to date and you're not nervous on the day of your interview. There is nothing to worry about. It's just your personal information that they are trying to verify and confirm with yourself based on the documentation they already may hold about you. So just be confident and answer the questions truthfully. You can also be asked if you have any friends and family in the UK or any immediate family members living abroad. They could ask for their names, their addresses. They could also ask what do they may be doing. For example, you have a parent outside the UK. The caseworker can say, can you please tell me what is your father's name? Can you spell his name for me? Can you tell me what is his date of birth? Can you tell me where was he born? Can you tell me his address? Or what does he do for living? Now, just be truthful. If, for example, you're supporting your parents outside the UK and they are not working, perhaps they're retired, just say they're retired and I support them financially. It will not have any negative impact on your application as long as it's the truth. Also, you could be asked to spell or say your siblings' names to them, or what do they do, where do they live. If you are married and perhaps you obtained British nationality based on your spousal visa in the past, such as indefinite leave to remain, etc., the caseworker can ask, if you're still with your partner, what is their name, do you guys live together, and stuff like that. Of course, just tell them whatever the current circumstances are and all that information about your spouse. You may also be asked to describe your property, which is a bit surprising for some, and only caseworker knows the reason behind it. If you feel curious, you can ask them at the end of the interview. However, they can ask what type of property you live at. Is it a flat or a house? Do you have a garden or not? Or perhaps you have a swimming pool, etc. And if the caseworker like, they can also ask you about your employment details. Where do you work? What is your job title? What is your annual salary? When did you start this job? They could also ask you about your address, previous history. So, for example, you're living at your current address for about a year. They could potentially ask you what was your previous address, and when did you start living at that address, and when did you move to the new address. You may need to look through some of the paperwork you may have been holding on to just to make sure everything comes to you. Now, another thing the caseworker may ask you is about your bank account, saying, do you have a bank account? With which bank do you do banking, etc. They can also ask, where was your ceremony where you were given your naturalization certificate at, and when was it? Did any friends accompany you or not? Something like that. And last but not the least, they could also ask you whether you have any holidays, trips, vacation planned as soon as you get your passport. Are you traveling somewhere or not? So, you may have a plan or you may not have a plan. Just be truthful and just, tell them whatever your circumstances are. Well, I hope you find this video useful, and it was quite in depth, telling you about a lot of the topics the caseworker can touch on while they're conducting your interview. As soon as your interview is concluded, the caseworker will email you afterwards to confirm the outcome of your interview, and if you pass, you will be issued with a British passport. And if there are any complications or discrepancies, these will be brought to light and you can address them. The new British passport is navy color, navy blue, and some people may say it's black. And it's quite powerful passport to hold, and you will be able to travel to a lot of countries visa free and enjoy the freedom that the passport brings. I wish you all the best of luck.